Hello, everybody. This is the Football Diva coming to you on guess what? It's Tuesday, and we are going to talk about a different topic this week. And this is going to be about basic football and different positions in football. Okay, so let's get started. Of course, we all know what this is. This is the football field, and the object of the game is to make a touchdown. So the team, you have your end zones, and the object is to get your ball to the other side, the other team's end zone for a touchdown. Okay, and this is 10 yards. Okay, a team gets 4 tries or downs to gain 10 yards. So, for instance, if on the first down they only get 3 yards, then it'll be second down and 7, and so on. So if they get the 10 yards, then it starts all over again until they make a field goal or touchdown. If they don't make it, then they turn it over on downs and the ball goes to the other team. As in this picture right here, looks like the Broncos, and I can't tell, I think that's the Colts. New York Jets, my bad. Um, so you see the yellow line, and they always say that the yellow line is not official, but it's close. So with the Broncos has the ball, so they're trying to get it to that yellow line, which is the 10-yard line. So they're saying it's second and 6. So if they get there, it'll be first down again. If not, it'll be third and whatever they have left in order to get that first down. Okay, so let's move on. And this is a little image showing you all the different positions on defense and on offense. So you can see you have your quarterback, your running backs, your wide receivers, the guard, the centers, and wide receivers and tight ends. On offense and on defense, you have your safeties, your middle linebackers, your tackles, your ends, your cornerbacks. So let's talk about each one of those. Of course, you have your quarterback who passes the ball and hands off the ball or runs with the ball. Some of them do. Your offensive lineman, you have your center. He's the one who snaps the ball to the quarterback, and then he blocks. And then you have your 2 guards and your 2 tackles who blocks. You have your wide receivers. They catch or receive the ball from the quarterback, and if they don't, then they're blocking. You have your split end, and they call split end and flanker. Your running backs, they take the ball from the quarterback on running plays. If not, they will block. Some are like receivers. Some, they have the ball thrown to them. Just depends on how good they are. But anyway, you have a fullback and you have a halfback. And your tight end, they'll either be a receiver or a lineman, depending on the plays that are called. Okay, on your defensive positions, we have the defensive linemen, which you have 4 of them. You have your 2 tackles and your 2 ends, and they both stop the runner and tackles, and they try to get to the quarterback. That's their main goal. You stop whoever's running the ball, and then you try to get to that quarterback. Linebackers, you have your middle linebacker and your 2 outside linebackers, and they stop the runner. They try to get to the quarterback as well and defend against the pass. So the quarterback is trying to pass. They either try to jump or, get in the throwing lane and get that ball. Cornerbacks, you have 2 of those. They cover the receivers and prevent runs past the line of scrimmage. You have 2 safeties. If the offensive player gets past the cornerbacks, then the safeties are the safety nets. Okay, they are the last person that can stop that runner from making a touchdown. So they are the safety net. They are to stop that person. You have a strong safety that covers the tight end and running back and prevents run past the line of scrimmage, and the free safety stops the long run. So if the quarterback, like my quarterback Drew Brees, likes to throw those bombs, then that free safety, that person is supposed to stop that long run, stop that person from catching that ball, or either that person that's just been running up and down the field, just stop them from making that touchdown. Okay, you also have special teams. You have football players that participate in one of the following plays. Like the kickoff, you have your kickoff occurs at the beginning of the game, start of the second half, and in and after any scoring play. So then you have a kickoff. And then you have your kicker, of course, who kicks the ball to the receiving team, and you have the kick returner. Now, this person catches the ball and runs it back down the other end of the field as fast and as far as they can. Where he ends up is where the line of scrimmage will be. Another play is the punt. You have the punter. And now, if his team did not get the 10 yards, then he kicks the ball to the other team. So within those 4 downs, if they didn't make it the 10 yards, then okay, and then the punter comes out, and then they kick the ball to the other team. Field goal, you have your kicker. He has a chance to kick the ball through the uprights if his team did not make the 10 yards, but they have to be close enough to that field goal. So the team has to be confident that this kicker can make that kick. So they might be 50-something yards out. So if they think he has a good leg or whatever, then they'll send him out to kick so they can at least get some points on the board. Some might go as far as 60 yards. So if they're good, they'll kick. All right, the extra point after the touchdown, the kicker can kick for an extra point, or the team will go for a 2-point conversion. And we'll talk about that. Moving along. All right, let's talk about these touchdowns. I'll show you some touchdowns on this Madden 17. All right, so next is a field goal attempt. See this?
Set now, the game on the line right here. And it's good. With almost no time left on the clock, they may have just locked up the win with that kick. So a great kick there on the long field goal to give them the lead here in the closing minutes.
He made it look so easy, didn't he? The kicker just went out there, no hesitation, just ripped through it and kicks it in there.
Okay, and this is the 2-point conversion.
Just a perfectly designed play. They had everything rolling to the right except for Trey Hyde. He rolled to the left. And the touchdown on the 2-point conversion spells perhaps victory today for Augustana. But with 18 seconds left to go, 3 timeouts remaining, the Warriors will have an opportunity. And they have one of the...
Okay. And like like I said, the 2-point conversion, they will do that after they make a touchdown. Let's say they're behind and they need more than just that extra point to catch up or to take the lead. So they'll do a 2-point conversion instead. All right, so we're going to show what a safety is.
Offense pinned back in an awful position. Tackled in the end zone, and this is a safety.
You always have to know where you are on the field as a quarterback. When you're backed up and you drop in the end zone, that has to make you nervous. That time the quarterback, he just held on to the football too long. He sacked, and he cost his team a safety.
That's something you definitely don't want to do, especially if it's your team and they have the ball and they don't get the ball out in time and they get sacked in the end zone, then the other team will land on it, and that's a safety. But if you're on defense, oh yes, you love that. All right, let's do a kick return. This is one of the best ones I've seen.
And this is where you're going to be in a situation where a coin toss is everything. Unless Deshaun Jackson can pull off the Brian Westbrook.
You know, Coach Reed asked me before the game, he's like, man, what you think about punt return? What do you want to do? And I told him, you know, if we need it, and it's, you know, the game is tight or it's close, just put me back there.
I wanted to make sure he was there at the end.
He whistled, and I looked up, because you know that whistle's from Coach Reed. He said, get your butt back there.
Deshaun Jackson has not returned one for a touchdown this year.
There is no bigger single home run hitter, game-breaking player than number 10, Deshaun Jackson.
I told him, I said, hey,
Love these cleats.
you run this back, I got some money for you. I told him I got some cheese for you.
14 seconds to go. 31-31.
Sitting back there, pumped up, you know, just asking for him, you know, putting my hands up to him, come on, bring it on, bring it on.
And it's a line drive kick.
I'm just sitting back there and thinking to myself, like, they're really not going to kick it to me.
Tom Coughlin was on the field screaming to the punter, telling him to kick it out of bounds.
Well, I wasn't sure they were going to punt to him.
I thought they were going to kick the ball out of bounds. Why would he kick it to Deshaun?
For them to kick it to him, thank you.
I was happy they did, man.
They was on their own from there.
Jackson bobbles it and now has to try and recover.
And it got to me, and I fumbled it.
Drops the ball.
I kind of panicked a little bit.
People that needed to converge on him when he fumbled it, converge.
So I guess that kind of bought me time to set it up and do what I had to do.
When you give Deshaun space, he's the most creative football player.
Had he not fumbled it, I guarantee we'd been overtime right now.
Picks it up. Look for running room. He's at the 20.
From there, I just saw the huge crease.
Deshaun Jackson at this point is the human joystick.
Stuck my foot right in the ground.
Put the Jake brake on. And it looked like a pretty good alley to the right. And he just took off with a purpose.
Nobody's going to catch him.
And Deshaun Jackson was Deshaun Jackson.
Gets a block. Are you kidding?
Believe it or not, Deshaun Jackson couldn't have did it by himself.
Can't say enough about Jason Avant's huge hit.
Jason Avant had a monster block out there.
Ken is one of the most amazing athletes I've ever seen. And once he gets past a couple guys, I don't think anybody in this country can catch him.
The rest was history for America. I remember watching Deion put the ball up in the air, so, you know, I was like, I'm going to do my Deion, and that's what I did. I really wanted to do something crazy.
I was like, get your butt in the end zone.
I probably would have dove in from the 20-yard line if I had some wings.
He wanted that clock on 0, and that's okay.
The first ever walk-off punt return for a touchdown to win a game.
That capped off the greatest comeback in the history of the Eagles franchise.
This is the greatest I've ever seen.
A historic game.
Couldn't have written it up any better.
I think it's even surpasses that Westbrook game.
And everybody's just running up to me, grabbing me, and doing this and doing that.
I was jumping up.
All right, so that was good. So now we're going to get into what is going on around the league. Okay, the NFL offseason workout program dates are as per Article 21 of the Collective Bargaining Agreement. Each club's official voluntary 9-week off-season program is conducted in 3 phases. All right, phase 1 consists of the first 2 weeks of the program with activities limited to strength and conditioning and physical rehabilitation only. Okay, phase 2 consists of the next 3 weeks of the program. On-field workouts may include individual player instruction and drills, as well as team practice conducted on a separate basis. No live contact or team offense versus team defense drills are permitted. Phase 3 consists of the next 4 weeks of the program. Teams may conduct a total of 10 days of organized team practice activity or OTAs. No live contact permitted, but 7-on-7, 9-on-7, and 11-on-11 drills are permitted. All of this is now complete. The players now have a 6-week break. I think at this point they have 5 more weeks left. So I pray that they all stay healthy, don't get in no trouble, and none of that stuff. Moving along. Overtime rules for the NFL preseason and regular season. The current rules gave both teams opportunity to possess the ball at least once in overtime unless the team that receives the overtime kick scores a touchdown on its first possession. But now they have approved shortening the overtime in the preseason and regular season from to 10 minutes from 15 minutes. And they did that to improve player safety. So it's now going to be shortened. And I guess that's good. And some people were saying, why not just have overtime? Just let it be a tie. Or let the teams just try to fight it out until the end, in the regular time, So if they see that time is running out, maybe they'll work a little harder to try to score instead of saying, okay, let's just go on and take it in the overtime. So, but I don't know. Some like this change, some don't. Next is they have a new program, the International Player Pathway Program. So the NFC South Division, which is my division, will carry an additional overseas player on their practice squad for the 2017 season, making it 11 players instead of 10. So that includes the Saints, Tampa Bay, North Carolina, and Falcons. The players are ineligible to be activated during the season. 3 of the players selected came from the UK and 1 from Germany. And the NFC South was chosen to receive the international players in a random draw. And these are the lucky guys. Welcome. Next, Eric Decker, who was released by the Jets, has been picked up by the Tennessee Titans. And he's on a 1-year contract with them. He signed with them on Sunday. So congratulations. That's going to seem like it's going to be a good team this year. We'll see. Next, one of my guys, left tackle Teron Armstead, suffered a torn labrum in minicamp and will miss 4 to 6 months. Now, we already have Nick Fairley that's, has a condition with his heart. Don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if he's going to be able to play, and I wish him well. And now this with Armstead, we don't need any more issues. Lord, please keep him healthy. Ooh. But I wish him a speedy recovery. Armstead. Now, the number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, hurt his foot on Wednesday during minicamp, and he sat out on Thursday. So they said that he will likely undergo an MRI to determine the extent of the damage. And them Cleveland Browns, now, they don't need no issues. But I hope that he's okay, and hopefully he didn't do anything too bad. I think he may have just tweaked something. But I'm not a doctor. Anyway, they'll figure it out. So, wish you luck, Miles. There he is, Texas A&M. All right, this guy, still no job. That's all I got to say about that one. And that is it for me. So next week we will talk about something else. I'm not sure yet, but just come on back and you will see. I wish you all a great week, and Diva out.